Hello, I'm Amy Morris. I'm Finance Officer for Union County Public Schools. Our office has received several concerns from taxpayers in the community regarding their property tax rates. So in an effort just to educate the public, to help them understand the property tax rates and the processes behind them, we put together this video. We had a presentation that we presented to our board and to the public during our working session on August the 23rd and during a public tax meeting on August the 31st. So I'm going to cover that presentation, but before I begin, with the concerns that have been expressed to us, there are four primary things that I'd like to kind of address beforehand. Our board members, our school district, our superintendent really value transparency in our relationship with the public. So all of our board meetings are public, they're advertised, they're open to the public, and we invite you at any time to attend any of those meetings. Transparency is important to us, so if you cannot attend one of those meetings and you still have questions, we have an open door policy here at Central Office. You can give us a call or pay a visit to us. We'd be glad to answer any questions or listen to any concerns that you may have. A second concern that we've heard from taxpayers is confusion between Union County Public Schools and Union County Fiscal Court. And I would just like to clarify that Union County Board of Education and Union County Fiscal Court are two separate entities. We have two totally separate operating budgets and sets of operations. However, the fiscal court, they do provide services for us. Our sheriff's office collects the property taxes you pay, and Clay Wells, our PBA, will send out your tax bills for us. Another concern I'd like to address is we've heard with property tax bills going out, are there any other funding sources other than property taxes available to the school district? And unfortunately, schools are very limited on ways they can raise money. We're funded about 42% through the state, which means the remaining has to be made up through local effort. So we've heard ideas where taxpayers may be in favor of a sales tax. If that's a tax or something that you would like to see changed in the law, I would encourage you to contact your legislators to see if things can be changed with tax reform at the state level. And lastly, I'd like to talk about, I've received several phone calls from taxpayers who say, I don't have kids in the system, why should I pay school tax? We're fortunate to live in a country that provides free public education to everyone. And I'd like for you to consider that an educated community is a stronger community. And someone once paid for our education as a student, and it's part of our civic responsibility to pay it forward to help our current student learners in our home community. So with that, I'd like to, we're going to dim the lights so that you can see the presentation. This was presented on August 23rd and August 31st to our board and to the public members who were in attendance. We are required by law to advertise our tax hearing in the newspaper of largest circulation for 2 consecutive weeks leading up to the tax hearing. So we ran that advertisement in the August 16th and the August 23rd editions of both the Union County Advocate and the Sturgis News. And WMSK also ran the date, time, location, and the proposed tax rates that were covered during the hearing repeatedly on WMSK radio, I know for a week leading up to the hearing that was held on August 31st. Just to let you kind of know how the process is, the PBA, Clay Wells, he assesses a quadrant of Union County, and there are 4 quadrants within our county. And each year he'll assess the property within that quadrant and sends his assessment information to the Department of Revenue, who reviews it and then sends it to the Department of Education. And the Department of Education actually calculates tax rates available to our school district. Our local board, myself, or our central office, in no way plays a part in calculating those rates. So they will send us the tax rate information, and then our board will vote on it after holding a public hearing. For this current tax year, Quadrant 4 was assessed by the PBA, and that quadrant included part of Uniontown Waverly and the Whispering Meadows area. Next year, that quadrant will change, and the area to be assessed will be the remainder of Uniontown down to the DeKoven area. So if you reside in this quadrant, it is possible that you also saw an increase in the value of your property, not only the tax rate. So you may have 2 reasons as to why your property taxes changed so significantly for this year. The purpose of this video in helping you understand tax rates is to explain why the tax rates changed so much for this current year. We had some primary driving factors that happened which were beyond the school district's control. Our entire county lost property tax assessment of $113.2 million, or 10.3 of the total property value here in Union County. And how that is broken down, we lost $67.1 million in unmined coal assessments due to the overall economy surrounding the coal industry. We also saw as a county a reduction in oil and gas assessments of $15.4 million. And then we lost a little bit of tax base or taxable assessments when the Sykes Building, which was commercial property, changed ownership and became exempt as the county took over the building. Also, as we've seen closure of coal mines, the equipment from those closed operations have been moved out of the county, so we no longer have assessment on that equipment as well. And as coal mining equipment ages in current coal mining operations, the tax base is less there. So this is the primary reason when you have less of a tax base to collect from, the tax rate goes up. And again, that's set by the Department of Education and handed down to us from them. If we ever have, if businesses move into Union County or construction takes place and we have growth in property, we will see those tax rates come back down, so it's not irreversible. This is a chart that I reviewed with board members to help them understand the impact of the tax rates to taxpayers in Union County. According to the PVA, the median home value owned by a taxpayer here in Union County is $36,720. Based on the 4% rate of 67.9%, which was levied by our board, they will see an annual increase of $37.09, which is $3.09 per month. If you own a home worth $100,000, your increase that you'll see on your home, your annual increase is $101 for that year, or $8.42 if you break it down every month. One of the concerns I've heard a few times is that why are we doing this right here at Christmas? The timing is the same every year. We receive our tax rates from the Department of Education generally early August. Our local board will vote on those tax rates sometime during August, and tax bills go out every year in September or October. So that's just the timing that's been, all along. That timing has never changed. So the tax rates that our board had before them to consider to vote was 65.3 cents per $100 worth of property, or 67.9% per $100 of property. The 67.9% is referred to as the 4% tax rate. That does not mean you will see a 4% increase in your taxes. What that means is that this rate will generate 4% more additional revenue for the school district when compared to that of last year. So again, the two rates our board had to decide on August 31st was 65.3 or 67.9. This was a graph that we covered just to show what the revenue stream impact would be for the district at both of those rates. So at 67.9 cents per $100 of property value would generate approximately $211,829 of additional operating revenue for the school district. When compared to the compensating rate of 65.3 cents per $100, we would see a net loss or deficit in revenue of $12,632. So that was the decision before our board, 67.9 cents and 65.3 cents. And again, these rates were calculated and provided to us from the Department of Education. We discussed at length during our working session budget expense considerations when our board considered the 4% or the compensating rate. We take these decisions very seriously and how it impacts our students here in our school district. There was much thought put into these decisions as we thoroughly manage our budget and the resources that we need to provide for our students and for our staff and for our community. In closing, I would like to thank you for watching this video. I encourage you, if you still have remaining questions or concerns or just opinions that you'd like to be heard, please reach out and give me a call or stop in and pay me a visit. I'd be glad to share any information we have. Transparency is very valuable to us. We value parents and taxpayers, community members as strong partners in Union County Public Schools. So again, I thank you, and if you have any questions, please stop by or give